he wasn't worth it, but I did it anyways. So I had this huge crush on this guy, and I probably had this crush for like about 10 years at this point, and it's not the kind of crush where you have, butterflies in your stomach fluttering around like I do right now. It was more the kind of crush where you have the butterflies are having like a raging party in your stomach, in your gut, and it's giving you like the worst gas you could possibly have. And whatever else, your whole digestive system just feels really off. And so I went to visit him in Chicago this one winter, and we went for a nice Sunday morning stroll and came back to his garden-level apartment. And Ian, you know what that means. That's like a shoebox of a space. So all noise, you hear everything in this size of an apartment. And I had to go to the bathroom. And I'd held it in, all during that walk. And so I went into the bathroom and took the necessary precautions. And, as I guess true to the name of the band, Bidet, I tried to create my own bidet, and I turned on the water as loud as I could. And then, to like mask any fart sounds. And then I took extra precaution, and it was one of those toilets, where there's a large gap between your butt and the water. So there's potential for a lot of, the landing could make a pretty loud splash. So I layered toilet paper on the water there for kind of like a landing pad of sorts, and felt like, okay, I've covered all my bases. And then I pooped, and it was pretty quiet. I felt pretty good about what I'd done. And then I flushed, and it swirled and swirled and swirled around, and all of the material in the toilet could not manage to get down that little hole. And I thought, this guy I've lusted after for like 10 years, I cannot possibly go out there and tell him that I need a plunger. Because what if then he decides, he's gonna be manly and he'll plunge the toilet for me? And I couldn't stand the thought of him plunging my shit down the toilet. So I did, the most rational thing that came to my mind. I didn't even think twice about this. I don't even know where I got this idea. But I took this ring off, which I actually can't even get off. Well, maybe right now, yeah. Probably. So I took this ring off, and I shoved my fist down that toilet. So it was my first and only fisting, and it worked. It actually worked. So in case you ever have this problem again, I could have thought of actually like pulling the paper out and putting it in a trash can and then like secretly taking it out later, which I have actually done on other occasions since. But I didn't think of that. I just decided to, it was one fist. It was, no, the plunger, you do this. No, it was one fist. And I guess in memory of that, so that would never happen to me again, my father decided to, he's often created little frame notes for me, like types them out and puts them, sends them to me. And I brought this, I actually asked if I could bring it up here, but he had this one made and sent it to me in the mail, and it sits on the windowsill in front of my toilet today, and it says, flush early and flush often. Thank you.